Chinese culture is known for its humor, which often involves wordplay and clever puns. Here's a collection of 10 jokes and puns inspired by Chinese culture. 1. Why don't Chinese vampires suck blood? Because they're afraid of catching soiculosis. 2. How does a panda answer the phone? Yellow. 3. Why did the Chinese chef get promoted? Because he walked so hard. 4. What do you call fake Chinese noodles? Impasta. 5. Why did the Chinese person bring a ladder to the bar? Because they heard the drinks were on the house. 6. What's a pirate's favorite Chinese dish? General Tso's treasure. 7. Why was the fortune cookie sad? Because it was misfortunate. 8. How does a Chinese dog say goodbye? Bark twice. 9. Why did the Chinese couple name their baby Something Wrong? Because they wanted something wrong. 10. Why don't you ever see Chinese superheroes? Because they're always in disguise. Secret Asian man. Ireland is renowned for its rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and of course, its sense of humor. Here are 10 jokes and puns that celebrate the charm and wit of the Emerald Isle. 1. Why did the Irish golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole-in-one. 2. How does an Irishman get into a small room? He walks in through the Dublin. 3. Did you hear about the Irishman who thought TGIF stood for Thank God It's 4-leaf clover? He's always lucky. 4. What do you call an Irishman bouncing off the walls? Ricochet. 5. Why did the Irishman only put 239 beans in his soup? Because one more would make it too farty. 6. How do you know if an Irishman is having a good time at a party? He's doubling over with laughter. 7. What's an Irish potato's favorite game? Hide and go chicory. 8. Why don't you ever iron a 4-leaf clover? You don't want to press your luck. 9. Why did the Irishman stare at the can of orange juice? Because it said, concentrate. 10. How did the Irishman find the donkey in the field? He used a haystack. The Irish are renowned for their wit and humor, often infused with clever wordplay and puns. Here are 10 jokes and puns that celebrate the charm and joviality of the Irish. 1. Why don't you ever iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you don't want to press your luck. 2. How does a leprechaun greet people? With a shamrock. 3. Why did the Irishman only put 239 beans in his soup? Because one more would make it too farty and too hearty. 4. What's Irish and stays out all night? Patio furniture. 5. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie boogero in it. 6. Why did the Irish chef get hired at the bakery? He needed the dough. 7. Did you hear about the Irishman who walked out of the bar? It could happen. 8. What do you get when you cross a 4-leaf clover with poison ivy? A rash of good luck. 9. Why did the Irishman put his money in the blender? Because he wanted to make liquid assets. 10. How did the Irish skeleton solve crimes? He picked his own bones. Work can be monotonous and stressful, but injecting a bit of humor into the daily grind can lighten the mood. Here are 10 jokes and puns about work. 1. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. 2. I told my boss 3 companies were after me, so I needed a raise to stay at my job. He asked which companies, and I said gas, electric and cable. 3. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. 4. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. 5. Why did the math book look sad? Because it had too many problems. 6. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. 7. Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. 8. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole-in-one. 9. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. 10. I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Dinosaurs may have gone extinct millions of years ago, but their legacy lives on in our imaginations and, of course, in the realm of puns and jokes. Here are 10 rib-tickling quips sure to tickle the funny bone of any dino enthusiast. 1. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. 2. What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary? A thesaurus. 3. How do you know if there's a stegosaurus in your fridge? The door won't close. 4. Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Because chickens hadn't evolved yet. 5. What do you call a dinosaur with an excellent vocabulary? A thesaurus. 6. How did the T-Rex feel after a workout? Dinosaur. 7. What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary? A thesaurus. 8. Why don't dinosaurs drive cars? Because they're extinct. 9. What do you call a dinosaur that never gives up? Triceratops. 10. Why did the dinosaur break up with his girlfriend? Because she took him for granted. Lawyers are often the butt of jokes, but they also know how to wield their wit in the courtroom and beyond. Here are 10 jokes and puns that capture the essence of the legal profession. 1. Why don't lawyers go to the beach? Because even the sand looks guilty to them. 2. What's the difference between a lawyer and a herd of buffalo? The lawyer charges more. 3. How does an attorney sleep? First, they lie on one side, then they lie on the other. 4. Why did the lawyer cross the road? To get to the bar association meeting. 5. How many lawyers does it take to screw in a light bulb? 3. 1 to climb the ladder, 1 to shake it, and 1 to sue the ladder company. 6. Why did the lawyer become a bartender? Because he wanted to pass the bar in a less stressful environment. 7. What's the difference between a lawyer and a herd of turtles? The turtles eventually get to their destination. 8. Why did the lawyer bring a ladder to court? Because they heard the case was over their client's head. 9. What's the most common statement made in court? Will the defendant please rise? 10. Why don't lawyers go to the beach? Because they're afraid of depositions in the sand. German culture and language provide a rich tapestry for humor, often yielding delightful puns and jokes. Here are 10 to tickle your funny bone. 1. Why did the German break up with his calculator? Because it couldn't handle his complex emotions. 2. How does a German initiate a conversation? By saying, Guten Tag, do you have a moment to hear about our worst-case scenario? 3. What do you call a German pastry that's always late? Strudelhosen. 4. Why don't Germans play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when everyone can efficiently count 1, 2, 3. 5. Why did the German chef get arrested? He was caught beating the worst. 6. What do you call a German bee? A sour bee. It always buzzes with a hint of acidity. 7. Why did the German student sit on a clock during the exam? He wanted to make sure he had a Zeit advantage. 8. How do Germans invite guests to their homes? Willkommen. Please, have a chair, but don't mention the war. 9. Why did the German football team bring string to the game? So they could tie the match. 10. How does a German musician make a cup of tea? With some Beethoven and a tea bag. College life is a unique experience filled with laughter, stress, and plenty of pun-worthy moments. Here are 10 jokes and puns that perfectly capture the essence of the collegiate journey. 1. Why did the college student bring a ladder to class? Because he heard the course was uplifting. 2. What do you call a ghost haunting the library at midnight? A spooktator looking for some spirited reading material. 3. Why did the math book look sad? Because it had too many problems. 4. What do you call a student who sits next to the smartest person in class? A copier catter. 5. Why don't skeletons fight each other in college? They don't have the guts for it. 6. Why did the student bring a ladder to the bar? Because they heard the drinks were high proof. 7. Why did the student sit on the clock during the exam? They wanted to pass the time. 8. Why was the computer cold during the exam? It left its windows open. 9. What did the English major say to the biology major? You're in a different kingdom of learning. 10. Why did the Scarecrow become a successful college student? Because he was outstanding in his field of study.